You can actually go over there, Miner's Castle. All right, Captain Dan is slowing us down. We're going to take a look at the wreck of the Herman H Hettler. The Herman H Hettler was a 210-foot, three-masted steam barge. It had steam power and it had sail power. It was a transitional ship that transitioned from sail power to steam power, and it had both. It came out here in 1929 to hit this rock reef. It sat here for 3 years. Actually, it sat here for 3 days. And then a commercial fishing vessel came out here and rescued all of the people that were here. 17 crew, captain and the first mate, they all accepted a ride back into town. It sat here for 3 years. In 1929, the Coast Guard came over here and put it underwater. It was a hazard to navigation. Sailors really didn't like to see shipwrecks. They went to their owners and demanded higher pay. They were in dangerous waters. We tried that last week. Captain Dan and myself and did. Here's a 2,500-pound anchor. It was actually salvaged by a guy. So 14 to 16 feet of water here. It was actually salvaged by a guy who kept it in his rond and he painted it that nice sea blue green. Here's the bow of the ship right here. This is the port side of the ship looking straight up at us. The stem of the anchor goes right to the anchor housing. And you can see that the anchor did some damage to the bow, it is perceived, when it hit the rock reef. The oval holes here, these are for heavy ropes and chain to lash this boat to port. And you can see where the Army Corps of Engineers, along with the United States Coast Guard, put this boat underwater with dynamite charges below the sides of the ship. This boat had a rub rail. You see that raised rail there at the side of the ship? That was called a rub rail. It would rub up against that when it came into the port to save the sides of the ship. A rub rail. And what look like coins down there are really nail heads with white lead-based paint on it. This boat was painted white. It served for about 40 years. So the insurance company just kind of let it go. The cargo was lost. This one was hauling the main cargo was 1,100 tons of bulk style table salt. That was below decks. On top deck, this boat was called a lumber hooker. It was carrying lumber from the Herman H Hettler Lumber Company. It was the steam hoist to run the propeller and then also a deck hoist. And you can see that 3-foot in diameter wheel that just went by. That wheel was important in loading, hooking lumber. It would be hooked up to some ropes and pulleys and then also some hooks. Those hooks would be cast ashore and they would grab pre-packaged lumber. That's why it was called a lumber hooker. Today that meaning has nothing to do with ships. And I'm not going to explain, so don't ask me. Because that's not my expertise. Alright, now we're going to be taking a look at the ship right here. This is the bottom of the ship. And this is the engine bed. Now folks, you don't see too much of the engine here. Again, this is about 14 to 16 feet of water. White oak is the board of choice here. Now we're going to go in and I'll show you a little bit about how ships were built back in the day. The biggest board you see down there, right in the center, that's called the keelson. Everybody see that big board down there? That's called the keelson. Underneath that is the keel. The keel and the keelson are the backbone of every ship. Running in between the keel and the keelson in 2s and 3s down there, these are called ribs, and they make the bottom of the boat all the way up to the sides. On top of the ribs are sister keelsons. All the rest of the debris you see down there is mostly associated with that big steam engine. Now you can also see a railroad iron down there. Remember I said the main cargo was 1,100 tons of bulk style table salt? The table salt was lost to Lake Superior. And folks had said if you catch a fish in this area, you don't have to salt it. But I say put some pepper on it.
Put pepper on it.
Absolutely. Okay, now here you can see the keelson. That's on top. And the flatboard is the keel underneath. The keel and the keelson are the backbone of every ship. And that's how heavy-duty cargo ships were built back in the day. Pretty cool, huh? There's your keel and the keelson. So it gives you an idea how ships were built back in the day. So one of the nice things about seeing a ship like this that's in the form of a debris field scattered all over this rock reef is to actually look at some of the parts and piece them all back together again. White oak. Okie dokie, Captain.
I think so too.
Captain Dan is going to back us up now. We're going to take a look.